here's a cool fill that will really spice up the groove. And it may sound tricky and it may look tricky, but it's really not too bad once you see what's happening underneath it. So I wrote it out and you can see right here. So essentially what we're doing is just 16th notes. We're doing one measure of all 16th notes. Now to make it interesting is we're using syncopation. So we're accenting sort of different groups. And in this fill, specifically, we're accenting the beginning of a group of 6, another group of 6, and then a group of 4. So that's why I call it 6-6-4 fill or syncopation, because those are the hits that we want to stand out. And you'll notice that there's a bass drum hit at the beginning of every one of those groups. So that's an added accent, because we're also going to do it with our hand. And so besides that, it's just kind of an interesting combination of tom and snare. So we're starting with the rack tom 2, then snare 4. That's a group of 6. Same thing, 2 on the tom, 4 on the snare, another group of 6. And the last group, 2 on the tom, and then 2 on the floor tom. And so all the accents happen on the rack tom, which also gives it a little more character, kind of like stands out a little more, breaks up that snare drum. So it's a good idea to sort of practice this slowly and make sure it just keeps flowing. You still want to have 16th notes. So that's still going to be, as sort of uniform as you can. The way to sell this one is give those accents a lot, really dig in on those. And then you can ease up a little bit on the snare drum. So you can kind of play around with the dynamics that way. I'll play it in the demo. We'll do it slowly. Make sure you get all the sticking correct. And then, you just kind of slowly speed this one up and get more and more comfortable with it. It's a great, I purposely did it for one measure, so 16 hits total. It's a great one to, factor in a full measure. It's easy, easier to sort of think of it that way instead of random notes. So yeah, I'll demo it out and spend some time on this one and kind of like utilize this kind of syncopation because it just makes, pretty basic sticking just sound a little bit cooler when you kind of chop it up a little differently. And that's it. So have fun. Give this one a shot.